right. Hey guys, welcome back. All right, so first off, the winner of yesterday's giveaway is Alfonso Andrews. And so, Alfonso Andrews, if you would please reach out to me, let me know where in the world you'd like me to mail your prize. I will be happy to do so. You'll find my email right there in the description box, okay? And then, of course, at the end of this, I'll be doing another giveaway for somebody. So stick around. I'll show you what the item is. You can decide if you want to enter to win it, okay? This is how I'm thanking my subscribers. Thank you guys so much for liking the videos. That helps them circulate. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. All of those things help my channel to grow. So I appreciate you so much. And so this is the way I am just letting you guys know with a little bit more than words. I thought it'd be fun to do a giveaway all the way until the beginning of next year. So that is what I'm doing daily. All right, so let's get into this reading. And all I'm going to say is this will probably be a blunt read and it'll probably be a shorter reading. It is focused on just one major thought. I don't know what is going on, but I feel like I'm walking through molasses today. I'm not actually, like, my day is going just according to plan. Everything is smooth. Everything is what it should be. I've, the work I do in the mornings before I get on here, I accomplish all of those things are happening according to plan, yet it feels bogged down somehow. So I don't know if there is someone feeling really bogged down, but let's see where this reading takes us. We start out with imagination, air. Someone may have really big dreams right now, and I only read this card in the upright, by the way. But they may be, if they're bogged down, it may be because you notice this is like a weather vane, right? So we can see all the different directions, but the wind can move, but the person attached to this cannot. So it's almost like someone has to maybe not just have an imagination of what they want to do, but then they have to decide which direction. But someone might continuously flip-flop because of whatever direction the wind blows. So we might be dealing right now with someone who is perhaps indecisive. This may not be you. This might be somebody else entirely differently. They have these ideas of what they want to do, but then, then something else pops up and they go, oh no, maybe I should do this. Oh, maybe I should do that. And so it actually winds up grinding things down to where nothing happens. That could be the bogged down. Princess of Wands. Definitely somebody has a passion to do something and they just don't know how to execute it. That's what I would say. How do I execute my plan? There's something that I want to do. And this Princess of Wands is standing here like in a valley, but with all these mountains behind her. That's obstacles. This can be a card of travel because it's like the Page of Wands. It can be a card of travel. It can be a card of going after our passion. But look at this. We got a Nine of Cups in the reverse. Somebody isn't even sure of like, how will I achieve that happiness? So they have a desire to do something, but no logical thought process on how to get there. So then they sit and go, it's like thinking about the opportunities, and the desire doesn't yield them making, taking a direction and taking action. So somebody is, why are they unable to, get up and do something? Let's see. Somebody's Empress in the reverse. So either they're afraid that they won't be received well, or they are being held back by an individual. They could imagine that if they do approach an Empress, the Empress will not receive them. Or this could be a powerful mother figure. This could be a powerful even boss or a partner, but somebody who is holding them back, does not want to support them on their journey or their dreams. This could be, so let me put it this way. If you're dealing with someone, maybe you sense that they're interested in you, but they don't take action, but they think about it all the time. And you're like, okay, this is really confusing. Like, I'm getting all these weird signals, north, south, east, and west. What on earth is going on with this person? They're squirrely is what I would say, because everything is up here, but it's not actually happening in the real life. Tell me more about the Empress being here as that major blockage. Because I'm still not sure if they are concerned that their plans won't work because you wouldn't take them back or wouldn't welcome them, or if this person is maybe lacking self-confidence. Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles here. This is still, it is way overthinking things. I feel like this is this person who they imagine two different lives for themselves, but they're not confident enough to go after either one. So they are dreamers instead. And this could be very prolonged. I mean, these ships have been sailing. These are big ships. This is not like I was, taking a little 24-hour drive down the road to try to clear my head. This is like, oh, I've been out to sea for 6 months or more before I find the next port. This person, they might have a tendency to want two irreconcilably different things in their life. Also, it's like, well, I want to be in this wonderful relationship with someone that I care about, but I also want to have, a job in a foreign country, but I want both of those things. And so they wind up basically canceling both of them out because they won't put time or effort into either one, but they hold on to the idea of both. And at the heart of it all may be the fact that somebody is still feeling like they're not powerful enough, confident enough in themselves, because that can be the other interpretation. That's what I'm leaning toward right now with this Empress in the reverse. I don't feel like this is a story where somebody can't decide on what person they want to be with. I feel more like it's a lack of confidence to choose whatever life they want. But we do have a Two of Wands in the reverse. Someone is trying very hard to get themselves on a path. Let me charter a course and let me sail the ship down one path or another. They're getting closer to that. Okay, but will they really go through with it? Because this person may have a tendency towards making a plan. All of this, the reason I keep talking about like charting a course is because when we have directions like this, north, east, west, and south, to me, that is like, okay, I'm going this road. I'm going to go to this destination. I feel like that's their biggest problem, is having the confidence to head toward one singular goal that they want, which would be their happiness. So instead, they continuously find ways to never fully go after what they really want. But maybe it's all based in a lack of self-confidence. But let's see, where is this thing going with that Two of Wands? If they're making a choice, what is that choice going to be about then? Are they going to finally choose a direction? We have Eight of Wands in the reverse. We have Three of Cups in the reverse. This person seems to be choosing not to move toward someone, choosing not to reach out, choosing not to take action. So their first choice in all of this, that if it's between like, should I do this or should I do that? They are making one choice, which is to say, I'm not going to reach out to someone who might have made me really happy. I'm not going to do that. Now, this could also be somebody saying, I'm not going to continue on with a party lifestyle, because that Three of Cups can be, big time celebration. This could be, if somebody had an indulgent lifestyle, they may be no longer putting energy in that. They may stop talking to their friends that they used to party with. So this could go in that direction as well. Let me change decks here. Tell me a little bit more about this situation. This is part of their choice. Knight of Swords. This person they're coming to a conclusion where they're going to change things on a dime. So, I mean, I would really say that ending one thought process, one lifestyle, my hair is itching me like crazy right now, and going immediately, like it's almost like they wake up one day and that's it. The thing that they've been stewing on for, like I say, a long time, because those sailing vessels out there, those ships take a long time. It's like all of a sudden the wind picks up and catches their sail, and they are like making so much progress very suddenly. And it is because they came out of indecisiveness. Okay, so where are they going? Where are they going, please? Where's this person going? Now that they have a confident direction, they are moving away from maybe a party lifestyle. Where are they going? Well, we have the World card, but it did end up sideways. They're moving toward a new life. But how long is it going to take? Because we still have an hourglass. This person, this could be traveling. This could be somebody ready to make a significant change in their life. And even though they're, moving toward it rapidly, there could still be some other bumps in the road, or it could still be that the destination now that they are choosing for themselves, no matter how fast they try to get there, it's still going to take as long as it takes. Or it's that they want to go towards something that they don't know. Will this be the thing that opens up my life and gives me this new opportunity? It's something that they already knew, because this cycle is not closed yet, but they want to return to a previous cycle. But it could take them a little bit of time still to get there, even though they are going as fast as they can at this point. It could be to go toward a Queen of Coins. This could be, any earth sign. It could be Capricorn, could be Virgo, could be Taurus. But this is someone who's not only like really giving, and where there's a lot of potential for prosperity here, but there's a lot of intuitive connection here also. What's interesting though is with this 10 of coins in the reverse, this is someone that they might have messed things up with very bad in the past. There is no, and it could also be that this person has no intention of giving anything. In fact, there may be dead silence. This wonderful kind of giving, loving individual might have actually pulled back all of their energy and said, I'm not talking to you anymore. We're done. I don't know where you've been sailing around all over the place, but you're not going to come in and just enter my world. So if this is a situation, and again, I'm going to read this like it has just kind of one linear storyline here. Somebody, this main character who had been like, anyway, the wind blows, they couldn't make a decision, they couldn't execute a plan. This person is finally at the point where they are making a choice for themselves about what they want. But what they want is to leave behind some kind of aspect of their life. And it does seem like it was a party lifestyle, maybe a jet setter lifestyle. Maybe they were always zipping around, flying around, having all kinds of things. Maybe this person now wants to be more settled. Maybe this is someone who wasn't ready for a commitment before, but they'd met someone that they really wanted to be committed to when and if they ever got into that headspace. I'm not a fan of this kind of a story, but I don't get to choose the cards or the story. So personally, I'm kind of like, oh, I hope the queen has somebody else by now. but that's just me. That's just me, because I feel like whatever this was, the indecisiveness, all of that kind of long drawn out confusion that somebody had, it just kind of seems like even them rushing in now, I don't know. I don't know how this is going to pan out. They're rushing into somebody who's always been stable. So everything that they weren't, they want that in somebody else. And that's why I kind of want to know, who are they now? Do they match this Queen of Pentacles, this Queen of Coins? Because right now she's not given a single ounce of energy to this situation. If somebody has been so wishy-washy, so confused, so unable to make decisions, and now they're rushing in, it's not going to be on their terms. I feel like she is really shut down. 10 of coins, she may have her coins, but she's not sharing. And 10 of coins should be like, I give my 5, you give your 5, and together we make 10. I feel like she's saying, I'm not even discussing how many coins I got, because I've been busy. She makes her own money. I feel two things. I feel like she got left out in the cold here, and probably was left to fend for herself, maybe in a real tough time. And that is the only reason she now no longer gives, because this is normally a very warm, loving, giving person, and she's still in the upright. So the character of her has not changed. She is loving. She is giving. She is abundant. She is someone who is also not going to give the time of day to a situation where she's already been burned by it. That's what I want to say. So I feel like this Queen of Coins has been silent and is still silent even when they approach her. I feel like she's not answering their sudden knock on her door. That's what I think. I should change decks. Hold on. Okay, what is the interaction between these two? Again, I'm just given one storyline, so this will either be something that makes sense or it won't, but remember, they are only stories. Interaction between them is the Emperor in the reverse. There is an element here where it's like, I feel like there's a lot of sour notes, a lot of, I just feel like there's a very poor opinion. There was lack of organization and structure. There was game playing. There was manipulation. There was possibly lying to get what you wanted first and always, never thinking about the other person. There was, it's fostered an energy between the two of them of chaos combined with mistrust combined. This is a dictator. Okay. I don't think there's anybody on earth who would say dictators are okay. No, they're never okay. But there's a vibe here that's not nice, and that's unfortunately what sits between them now. There is an energy of I want to say, like, I feel like the queen maybe thought that she had to protect herself from this kind of energy. We have the Strength card in the upright. We have the Six of Wands in the reverse. I think that this is a false pretense of being powerful. Also, both the Queen of Coins and whomever our main character is, there may be an agreement here, actually, that, you know what, this was everything about what has happened between us was nothing of what it should have been. It should never have been steeped in competition. It should never have been that kind of power struggle, that kind of chaos. None of that should have ever happened. And it seems like perhaps both of them, because I see energy between them, both of them may be very aware. There was false in a sense of like someone who didn't have control over anything. They really acted super rude and super hurtful too. Now, this is somebody having the courage to actually maybe step up and admit, I know how I behaved, So there is a potential here. This is also somebody possibly being humble enough to say, and let me tell you, that is what has been my unraveling, right? Because I know how I behaved. I understand that. Now I have the courage to admit that, and the courage to admit, and I haven't even been happy. So all the choices that I made, they didn't even make me happy. So why was I making those choices? Well, because I have a lack of courage at some point. And we saw that already when we saw the Empress in the reverse. It seemed like we have an Emperor and an Empress in the reverse, but I feel like it really is the divine masculine and feminine within one individual that was very out of balance. This could be a situation between the two of them where if one of them is saying, I know how I behaved, and I at least have the strength to tell you, yeah, and trust me, it got me nowhere. I understand what I lost also. They lost this Queen of Coins because of the behavior, or they didn't choose the Queen of Coins, but now they're coming in because they would like to. And they know that they're rushing in to say all this possibly, but they know that they don't know how this is going to go. But at least they found the courage to do this. Now, meanwhile, the Queen of Swords might be of that opinion where it's like, well, I've had to deal with what happened. I had to find the strength to cope with what was done. And trust me, I haven't been happy about what you did either. This could be in two directions here. Strength card is Leo, Emperor is Aries, and then we had Libra, Taurus for the Empress here. I don't know, it just is feeling very much like there's a heart to heart. Okay, then what might happen between these two? Also, I should mention that we have this vibe of something really powerful between them something that could be, well, it's brave for sure. Ace of Swords, Empress in the reverse. This is somebody laying out the truth, though. The truth is one of two things. The fact that the Empress is in the reverse. Either somebody is saying, you absolutely need to cut out that kind of behavior, or it's saying, that's fine, but I don't want to be with you anymore. This could go either direction. I kind of feel like we have be like turning a gigantic ship around, and guess what? We might be able to do it. I feel like it's turning a battleship around, like it's a long, slow turn that would have to happen. And I feel like there's no promises at first, but then we have this Four of Wands. There is a potential here that the person who was so scattered, the person who couldn't figure out what to do, if there was an absolute severing of whatever that vibe had been in the past, if it was a lack of self-confidence that was the major issue that led to all of this in the first place. I also get a vibe that someone could have still been with an ex they were married to, but they were not married anymore. Because the Empress in the reverse could still be like a partner clinging. Maybe it was unfinished business. It was unresolved. It, separation, but not a divorce, or whatever this was. This could have been part of the rest of this person's problem, is they were staying in a situation like that, but then living like a party lifestyle on the side in order to give them the ability to cope with the situation that they were still in, but didn't want to be in. This might have been one of those messy situations. But this Queen of Coins is a totally different character. And if they are wanting to be with somebody like the Queen of Coins, they have to first, it's not just as simple as coming in and, trying to talk to the Queen of Coins. The Queen of Coins is not talking to this person. She has shut them down and shut them out in a big, big, big way. This person, and she's also, I feel like in a kind of a straightforward manner, she's the one calling the shots here, saying, so if I even entertain the idea of having conversation with you, I'm going to tell you point blank who you showed yourself to be toward me, and it is not flattering. I don't have anything flattering to say about the way you behaved, but I'm going to tell you exactly how you are, or how you were. Or it's that she's letting them explain it. Like, how do you think you treated me? What was the situation? You tell me through your perspective what you think happened here, because I feel like there's a bit of a challenge here. I think look, the Queen of Coins is also a mother figure. So moms want kids to learn, right? And I'm not saying she looks at this potential mate as a parent-child relationship, but more that she's saying, look, if you're not cognizant of your own actions, then I'm not going to take you on as a partner, because I don't want to baby an adult. I'm not going to have a partner that I got to be your mama, or papa, because this could be a man just as easily as a woman. So I'm not talking to you, and I'm not giving you my time and attention because you don't deserve it with the way you've behaved. And then now you're trying to come back in. Do you understand how you behaved? What do you think happened? And she might kind of lay it out like that. Like, okay, tell me, what do you think happened here? Because she wants to know, does this person have they actually changed? And the only way to maybe know if they change is if they can see their behavior and they really understand it. And do they have the courage to face it? This is not so much about an apology. This is about, if you have transformed, how will I know if you've transformed? Well, if you can identify what you did and you have the courage to stand up and say it, and you have the ability to tell me then what is different now. So you know what you did in the past. What is different now? Oh, did you cut off that past situation maybe that was still in your life? Or is it one of those situations where it's like, I don't know, I feel like this could have been messy. This could have been, okay, this is getting a little bit complicated, but I'm going to say it anyway because it's in my head. If it were a situation where Someone really was divorced, but they were not out of their ex's life. And there was a benefit to keeping everything smooth with the ex. And maybe it was a complicated situation, but they walked on eggshells. And so they technically weren't together, but they really didn't want their ex to know that they were seeing other people. So everything was kind of on the down low. And that is the other reason this didn't work. And this whole situation had been, so it's not a lie to say that, well, I'm not, in another connection, but they're also not free of it. So instead, they might have had this other energy where it was like it was a third party, even if it wasn't on paper, because it's like, well, what do you mean it's not a third party? I'm not married to somebody. Yeah, but you're also not single. If you have to hide that you're with somebody else, then you clearly are hiding that for a reason, because you think it'll make waves. So therefore, you're not really separated from your ex, not the way you would need to be to really move on. So is that over? That's kind of, I told you this reading is going to be kind of blunt. It's not going to be for everybody. This is not, and this is not to condemn or condone anything. I don't care what comes out in a reading, because it's not my job to decide if I like a story or not. But I do always try to look for the why, and look for the complications, and look for the, the grains and the nuggets in a storyline, because I'm always trying to figure out, okay, but why would that happen? That's how I tell a story. But please do remember, these are only stories. This is not your life. Even if it parallels, your life is different, because your life is what you choose it to be. So please remember, these are only for entertainment. But in this storyline, we get to the bottom of this. Things that had been murky, indecisive, things that had been only in the mind are actually taking shape. Conversations that need to have that are really raw and really real are also happening. And answers are being given, and action is being taken, so that there can be, look, you can't have a Four of Wands with multiple people in it per se. Not okay, this card literally is a Four of Wands. That means we have 4 posts, right? If we have a third party, now we've got like a hexagonal shape or something, right? And that's not quite, although as I say that, this is like a hexagon. So but the point is with this, well, maybe that's just what it was. Maybe, you know what? Okay, hang on. Anything that comes up, I have to roll with it. This is a hexagon. There are 6 posts in this. This may be a unique situation then, that perhaps for one reason or another, even though they are saying, I don't want to have a secret relationship with you, I may always still have an ex in my life for a particular reason. And the reason could be different for every scenario, a million different reasons. Maybe due just to financial constraints. Maybe someone is not necessarily as competent to care for themselves. And so out of an act of even kindness and chivalry, they say, I'm always still technically going to have a responsibility toward maybe an ex, or maybe a mother figure, or something else in my life. I may always have this, but the difference is now I'm being upfront with you about it. And perhaps I'm also now finally able to be upfront with them about the fact that I'm in a new commitment. So they may actually be present in a commitment, but in a different capacity. So this is, what I would say, life is complicated, right? And adult human life is very, very, very complicated in particular. And what we do to help each other as human beings is, I would argue, honorable, to be compassionate enough to know, look, not everything is so simple. We can't always just say, well, done with the ex, never talk to them again, moving on. No, this storyline seems to be a complication where the ex will permanently possibly be a part of the picture by virtue of this having, additional posts in this Four of Wands. Yet there's only 2 people standing here. So there is a beautiful union that could happen between this person and possibly this Queen of Pentacles. And yet it also comes with this completely open transparency that even though I have a loving relationship with you, a marriage even with you, my ex is always somehow still going to be a part of even our union. And it may be like, I'm sorry for that on one hand, but it is still a reality that I have responsibilities here. This didn't go away, but let me be totally honest about it. And let me explain what that means. And I feel like that is somebody being really upfront and honest, somebody actually laying it out, somebody actually speaking the full truth. And that's how we get to a happy union. It's not that everything is a movie and it's all perfect and everything gets sewn up with one perfect little, plot resolution, but rather we say, okay, that's how that is. There is still an obligation in your life, possibly for an ex. I mean, we keep seeing that Empress in the reverse. And I kind of feel like the storyline drives us down the road of the reality of it is we can be very happy together and I want to be with you. And at the same time, my life is not completely uncomplicated. So it's kind of like, will you accept me with the complications that I also bring to the table? Because there are responsibilities I will never not still have. And that's what it looks like to me. So anyway, I will leave this one here and, don't get all twisted. Don't get all angry. It's just a story. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not telling you what's okay. I'm not telling you how life is or how life is going to be. That's up to you. This is only entertainment. So no nasty grams. Yeah. All right. Take care. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys, the giveaway. My gosh. Okay. So, and this is interesting because I know what this item is. So if you enter to win this, you will receive, I just knocked over a whole deck. You will receive a card, and inside you will receive another card. And this is the Griller. Well, it's actually also the Emperor. And I'm laughing because this is like such a perfect pendant for today. So it's a miniature version of a tarot card of the Emperor. And, it's little, just to show you for size here. But it's actually real pretty. All of these are really nice, but there's a little rhinestone up above him. So for those of you who identify with a powerful emperor, for those of you who, this can be the divine masculine that is represented here. This can be someone who's, this only can be seen in the upright because of the way they made this charm. So this is like maybe even one of those things to like celebrate someone who is really powerful, who is really doing their best, who is really, in their best light, trying to do the best for everyone that they encounter. Very nice. Somebody who takes charge. So if you want to enter to win this, you can just write the word enter, or you're going to have more fun. And I'm going to ask this, what do you find soothing? And I'm asking this because the other day, we had just come back from a hike and I glanced over and my doggy was frustrated because he didn't want me to, go ahead and do all the other work that I needed to do on the computer and then eventually still do these readings. And so he, like, to soothe himself, he grabbed the shirt I had taken off from our hike and I look over and he's asleep, not just on it, but like with his part of it over his snout. And he's like, at least now I'm close to my mom. And I just thought that's so cute. But what soothes you? What is it that, obviously animals like they're people to be close to them. But everybody has their different thing that gives them comfort. So I was just interested to know. Also, it's nice to see what you guys share with each other. It gives people new ideas of something positive to do for themselves when they need to be soothed or comforted. So anyway, you guys take care. Thank you for being with me. Bye.